Hi everyone, welcome to another session of Fall 2020 Tuesday Times Roundtable, or what we now call Zoom Table. We are so excited to have you here and have this weekly conversation and connecting with you guys. Today, well, number one, usually when we have this in person, we have lunch together. Given the current situation, we are hosting for the fall all of our sessions online. These sessions are sponsored by the New York Times. And for those that don't know, as an FIU student, FIU faculty or staff, you have free access to New York Times Online. We'll put the links on the chat so you know how to access that. With that said, we will go with a couple of housekeeping items. So please mute yourself. Please know that these sessions are recorded. We encourage you to use the camera, but it's not a requirement. So just participate as much as you're comfortable in these sessions, but of course we want to hear your opinions and your thoughts. If you have any questions, you can share them in the chat. Global Learning Medallion students earn points as honors, but Jenny will talk more about that. And register for the coming up Tuesday Times Roundtable at the link, and we'll put the links on the chat. Jenny?
Hi everyone, super excited to have you here today. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jenny Simon. I am the program manager over at Global Learning, and I am the person responsible to talk about Global Learning Medallion. So if you have questions about points or about the program in general, I'll be here to answer them. You can send some in the chat. I usually put my email in the chat as well so we can chat offline. But I really was excited to share with you all that this week on Thursday at 3 p.m., we're going to be taking over Cafecito Chat, which is a show that is presented by the Office of Engagement at FIU. Maybe some of you have already seen it. We have an excellent line of speakers. They're Global Learning Medallion alumni that are coming back. They're all recent grads. They're going to be sharing how Global Learning help them navigate the new normal, this world now of virtual working and virtual learning. And so I'm sure that you can find the Zoom link and also it's the Facebook Live invite by going to Go Global FIU in our Instagram accounts. I think it's also been shared widely via email. And if you actually need the direct link, I'm happy to send it in the chat as well. Super excited to have you here today and hopefully to see you on Thursday as well.
Thank you, Jenny, and we have some more announcement, but before we move on to that, I want to take this opportunity because we also got Taylor from our office, so she can quickly introduce yourself because many of you have interacted with her, and I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Florencia Dominguez, and I'm the program coordinator for the Office of Global Learning Initiatives, and again, it's our pleasure to be here every Tuesday with you and share this moment with you guys, even if it's online. We are getting used to it and we love it. But Taylor, do you want to?
Hi everyone.
Put you in the spot, but yes.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that. But my name is Taylor Sines. I'm the communications assistant. I'm usually not at TTRs anymore because I'm also a student, but I'm glad to be back and see everyone. Make sure to follow us on Go Global FIU on all of our social media platforms. Thank you.
Yes, that's your homework. And with that, we have a guest appearance until next week. He's presenting also on TTR next week. But Eric Feldman, the Associate Director in FIU in DC, will share a few announcements. Eric?
Eric, you're muted. Okay.
Thanks for having me. So yeah, we'll be doing next week's Tuesday Times Roundtable, and so you all know the title is updated. I'll be speaking on the influence industry, who Congress listens to and how you can raise your voice. So I'll see you there. But I'm here today to talk about two different virtual fly-ins that my unit, FIU in Washington, D.C. has open for applications right now. We are known for our 3-day in-person DC experiences. They're going to be as awesome virtually this semester. Two that are open for applications now. One is with the Black Student Union as co-host and is open to all students. The topic of that is breaking generational barriers to Black leadership in both business and entrepreneurship and government and policy. So we have 3 days of experiences around that topic. And then our part of our Future of series, which happens every fall and spring, we have the Future of Equity in Health and Beyond, COVID as a Catalyst for Change. It will be exploring how COVID and the 2020 election will both impact efforts to close racial disparities in health, education, and economic mobility, and the intersections of those three things. So I wanted to come today. I knew people tuning into this session and members of GlobeMed themselves would be interested in either of these, some of both of these, but you're allowed to apply to both, I suppose, but I would also emphasize whichever one seems best. There's one easy website to go for both of them, flyin.fiu.edu. That will have descriptions and applications for both of these. And again, both are 3 days. Both are over Zoom and will include visits with congressional offices and congressional staffs, federal agencies, nonprofit advocacy organizations, and think tanks, and will involve FIU alumni and other partners that we have here in the Washington, D.C. area on these topics. So hope to see your applications. And for those, the Future of one is due this weekend, September 13th. The Black Student Union one is open about a week longer than that.
Eric, I have a question in the chat for you. Are the fly-ins free of cost to students?
Yes, these virtual ones are absolutely positively free of charge. Even the in-person ones in the future are either free or have a program fee of no more than $100 usually. So even if you're looking to apply for one in the future, very little cost, no cost to the student. But these virtual ones are absolutely positively totally free. So please apply.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Eric. I'm trying to share my screen 1 second. And so we have the announcements, and now without further ado, we have this week's Tuesday Times Roundtable. The topic is global health and the importance of social responsibility, and we have Ana Martinez and Suhaili Alvarez representing GlobeMed at FIU. So please join me in welcoming them, and they will tell you all about it, about GlobeMed and student opportunities. Suhaili and Ana, welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you for having us.
And do you want to share your screen?
Yeah, I can start sharing my screen. Okay, perfect. Do you guys see it? Yes? Okay, thank you. Okay, so hi guys, my name is Ana Martinez. I am one of the co-presidents of GlobeMed, which is an organization here at FIU that focuses on global health. So today we're gonna give you guys a presentation about who we are, who do we help, in case you guys are interested and wanna join us. So, oh, wait, I'm so sorry. Okay, now we go. Okay, so my name, as I mentioned, is Ana. I'm currently a senior at FIU. I major in international relations and women and gender studies. I have a minor in political science, and I'm also pursuing a pre-law certificate. I aspire to be an attorney one day. And then Suhaili.
Hi, everybody. My name is Suhaili, and I'm an international relations major, just like Anna, but I'm pursuing disaster management major as well, and a minor in geology. I'm mostly interested in public health and international service. And I think that everybody here, if you're looking for the opportunities, in whether it's like abroad, service abroad, if it's opportunities trying to learn more about global health itself, considering everything that's going on with the pandemic, if you're interested in culture, social justice issues, you're in the right place. And global learning is a great way to guide you through possible opportunities towards your future. So you're in the right place. And thank you for being here.
Okay. So a little bit about GlobeMed. So GlobeMed was founded in 2006 by students in the here in the United States, and we also have chapters in Rwanda. Basically, how it works is that every small chapter in a different university is partnered with a bigger organization in different countries. We have partners from all over the world. We have them here in the States, we have them in South America, Central America, and over Asia and Africa. So our chapter, the one at FIU, is partnered with an organization called EDELAC that it's based in Guatemala. EDELAC stands for Escuela de la Calle, and later on we're going to be talking a little bit more about them and how this partnership works and how GlobeMed is able to help them, even in these times, given the situation right now with the virus.
So what is global health? Assuming that everybody here is generally interested in this topic, global health itself is about improving health and achieving health equity. It is something that any major organization striving for global health initiatives usually focuses on. And there's many challenges in global health that have to be addressed in order for health equity to be achieved. Part of that process includes financing, fundraising, social justice issues that have to be, raised awareness of. And on the next slide, if we can click next, thanks. So yeah, before the COVID-19 pandemic, three main challenges for global health included non-communicable diseases, infectious diseases, and funding itself. And government and governance and leadership is so crucial in executing proper global health achievements. If any of you ever heard of the Spanish flu from, almost 100 years ago, or about 100 years ago, over 50 million people died worldwide, if I recall correctly. And it's pretty much kind of like a cycle, if you could even compare it to that, what's going on right now. On the next slide, you could see that urgent health challenges that we have to tackle in 2020, according to the WHO, include elevating health in the climate debate, delivering health in conflict and crisis, making health care fairer and perhaps universal, expanding access to medicines, stopping infectious diseases, preparing for epidemics themselves, and protecting people from dangerous products, investing in the people who defend their health, and keeping adolescents safe. So GlobeMed itself is the only chapter in Florida that is run by students. And considering that we're working remotely right now, we have to keep the fight going for global health equity. Next slide, please. As you can see, I took the liberty of Googling today's statistics for the United States. And just a few months ago, we were at 100K of cases, right? And we're at 6.32 million. That's just in just a span of a few months. that's too fast. And it's just another reason to take this all the more seriously. Next slide. And something that GlobeMed gave out as a statement is that GlobeMed network is more relevant and needed than ever in this time of fear and isolation. COVID-19 brings both immediate and long-term effects on all of our lives and communities. And as champions of global health equity, us GlobeMeders know the need that we have to prioritize our efforts and care for the most vulnerable. Is not optional. We have to care about maternal health, water sanitation and hygiene, income generation, nutrition, communicable disease prevention, capacity building. And our chapter itself has dedicated a lot of time to raising funds in the past for our partnership.
Okay, so here, I put here the vision and mission of GlobeMed. So essentially the vision, as you can see, is that we envision a world in which health, the ability to not only survive but thrive, is possible for all people. And our mission is that GlobeMed aims to mobilize a community of students and grassroots leaders to improve the health of people around the world. So that's essentially our goal, what we want to do. And the way that we are able to achieve this is through the GlobeMed Partnership Program, which is what I was mentioning earlier in the presentation, that GlobeMed is paired. GlobeMed pairs every university-based chapter to a bigger organization in different parts of the world. And we have a long partnership with them, which means that we are ongoing communicating with them, trying to see their needs, how can we help them, because it's not always through fundraising. You know, sometimes they just need for us to spread their issues, and you know, they just need to know that we're there for them as an organization, and that whatever needs that they have, we could help them with that. So as I was mentioning, right now we are partnered with EDULAC, and we're going to be talking a little bit more about them. But essentially, this partnership model, the chapter here at FIU communicates with our partner in Guatemala at least like once a month via Skype, but it's constantly sending emails just to check on their situation. For example, right now with EDULAC, during the summer, we did a big fundraiser because, so the way that EDULAC receives funds is not only through GlobeMed, but also by a tourism organization that they work with. And because of the virus, obviously there is no tourism, so they still needed the funds to provide for the kids that live in the school. So we were able to fundraise money for them so that they were like set for a couple of months. Essentially, we're always, I don't know if you saw us last semester, but we were always like tabling. We would always try to be very creative in our way to fundraise, you know, just to be able to get all the funds that we needed and meet our semester goal. Because like every semester we would plan a different monetary goal that we wanted to achieve, so we could help our partner with that. The partner organization receives 100% of the proceeds raised by us, and they use these funds to provide for their community. Also, during the summer, students intern on site with their partner organization and evaluate impact, which this trip was called the Grow Trip. It didn't happen this year because of the virus, obviously, but essentially in this trip is a month-long trip where the students at FIU that wanted to go will be able to go and stay there at EDULAC and help them there. We were going to teach the children and bring donations. It's unfortunate that it couldn't happen, and probably it won't happen this year, but we're trying to see if we could still be able to help in the classes, because I know that they're also doing remote learning, so to see if we could still help in that way. So that's like one of the projects that EDULAC is trying to achieve, and we're seeing if it's going to be possible. So yeah, essentially this is how it works. Here at FIU, in different chapters, in different schools, they're partnered with different organizations all over the world. There is a big seminar where it's held virtually, and all the chapters from different organizations talk about their issues and share creative ideas for fundraising and how they're carrying their work in their different school. So it is super interesting because we get to learn a lot from other people that have our same positions and essentially have our same goals because they're doing the same thing that we are. So it's truly very inspiring. So yeah, this is a little bit more about Grow. We still hope to be able to do something similar, at least virtually. Okay, so this is what I was trying to talk about earlier about fundraising. So what happens with the children at EDOLAC is that they live at the school. So the person in charge is obviously in charge of, he's responsible for taking care of the kids. So we put here some values so you guys can see. It's not that much that we have to fundraise because so $1, one of our American dollars, equals 7 quetzales, which is the currency of Guatemala. So if you can see, with $6, you can feed a child for the day. With $11, you can pay a teacher's salary for a day. And with $20, you can buy clothes for a child for a month. So we try to do our best. And yeah. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is a little bit about EDOLAC, which is our partner. Is an organization that provides education, shelter, and healthcare to vulnerable children in Quetzaltenango in Guatemala. So they aim to restore family relationships and give the children better opportunities for the future. A lot of the children that are in EDOLAC, they are orphans or they come from abused families. It's an elementary school that holds 160 children at high risk for homelessness. So I think it's an amazing job, the one that they do. They're just trying to provide a better future for these children that come from unfortunate situations. So I think that's very admirable, and just learning about them, it's something that's inspired me to want to be part of GlobeMed, just seeing the work that they do. I mean, these people do it just because they want to do it. They're not receiving anything, none of the profits go to them. Everything is just to the children and to provide for them. So this is a little bit more about EDOLAC. Essentially, it was the elementary school, which is called Las Rosas Elementary School. It was created just to help children and provide a home as well. So yeah, that was a little bit about GlobeMed and EDOLAC. I hope that you guys enjoyed our presentation. And if you guys are interested or have any questions, you can always email us and let us know if you want to join us.
Yeah, we'll add our contact info in the chat if you're interested. And for anybody who's a part of Peace Corps Prep Certificate or Global Learning Medallion, Grow and the activities that we do in our chapter would actually help benefit you, and you would also grow from it, this experience itself. Yeah, I see people saying they would love to participate. We would love to have you. Great.
We do have questions. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Anna.
No. I was going to say that we are currently looking for people that would like to be part of eBoard. So if you guys are interested, you can always email us, and we could try to schedule a Zoom meeting with you guys and see which position would be the best if you guys are interested in an eBoard position. But if not, we're always looking for new members and people that essentially want to help us. Now that everything's remote, obviously it's a little bit more complicated, but we're still super happy to be helping in the most that we can. So I don't know if you guys want to help us out and you think it's interesting or want to learn more, you can always contact us. We'll be happy to have you.
And one of the great things about our meetings is that you get to learn more about global health itself. So it's a mutual learning process.
Can I clarify something for the group for a second, Flor?
Yeah, go ahead, yes.
Because I see some questions. You don't have to be a global learning student to be a member of GlobeMed. However, if you have a leadership position within GlobeMed, you already get 5 points toward the 20 points activity requirement. If you don't have a leadership position, most of the events that GlobeMed organizes count for 1 point. So either way, your involvement as a Global Learning Medallion student will benefit, but you don't have to be signed up with us to be able to take advantage of GlobeMed. So I just wanted to be clear about that. And then Flor, I don't know if you saw some of the questions in the chat.
I did. There's some questions I just wanted to say super quick. Thank you, Jenny. I wanted to say super quick that our office saw firsthand how hard this girl worked last year in order to go to the trip. Unfortunately got canceled, but the fact that, now they change leadership, some continue, but in different roles, and the fact that they're so involved and so engaged and continuing and wanting to make this happen, I really appreciate that, and that you guys are finding ways to keep engaged through all of this. I just wanted, at some point, I know we have questions, but at some point, if you could clarify an example of some of the positions that might be available for the students. And also, my other question is, are you planning this semester to do GHU like every other week? Like, are you planning to do the info sessions, educational sessions online?
Okay, so the positions that are right now available, so we're looking for a grow coordinator, which is the person that it's supposed to be in contact with our partner, letting us know how what they need from us at this moment, and that person would also be the one that would kind of try to see if it's possible that we're able to teach the children via Zoom. This person obviously has to be bilingual because our partner, he doesn't know any English. We're also looking right now for a communications chair. I'm so sorry, guys. But this person essentially would help the other person that holds that same position to check the emails and put the flyers and design everything that we're gonna post in social media. So those are like the 2 positions that we're looking right now. And then if anyone is interested, they can always join as a member, but those are the 2 positions that right now we need to fill. Also about the DHUs, in the beginning, I wasn't sure if we were gonna do it. I think we probably will because the person that last semester was in charge of doing the DHUs, she returned to FIU as a graduate student. So she contacted me literally today and I think it would be great and we would probably still do it. I don't know if we would do it every week or if we would do it bi-weekly.
Perfect. You keep us posted and we'll help you promote. And of course, this is another amazing opportunity to students to participate and learn more about global health and social responsibility issues. Those sessions are always great. So I would love to share and we want to give that opportunity to students. Thank you so much.
I do have another question from the chat, and it's about who's eligible to join. So are you open only to undergraduate students, right?
No.
Students join too.
It would be amazing if they were undergraduate. That way, when someone else graduate, they will still be there. But some of the people that we have on eWord right now, they are graduate students right now at FIU. So it can be open for any of them. Also, any major is accepted. It doesn't have to be anything medicine related. As you guys can see, so Haley and I were like international relations major, so it's open for anyone.
All disciplines welcome. If you have an interest in global health and science, even better.
And online students as well, I imagine.
Yeah.
Fully online student, they can still. Okay.
Of course. Because right now everything is going to be held remotely. It really doesn't matter. As long as they want to help, you're welcome to join.
Someone is asking, what's the link to join GlobeMed? What should they do?
Okay, so if you see here, we have the Instagram at GlobeMed FIU. So you can DM us through here, or I can send you the email. I can put it in the chat right now so they can send, wait. Should I stop? Okay. Give me 1 second to try to figure this out. You can write us to us through the Instagram or the email that, I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna send it right now. I'm gonna send it to Suhaili so she can put it in the chat, because since I'm sharing my screen, I can't do that, but I'll do it real quick.
Thank you. I wanted to ask a clarification real quick. At some point, you guys talked that you joined this call with the other chapters, right? And that you are discussing, I guess, innovative ideas or new ways in this new normal that we are living, to fundraise, to participate, or what are some of the if you can share, some of the ideas that have been shared, or some of the things that other chapters are doing, things that you would like to implement.
Okay, so that meeting is held later in September, so we still haven't had it yet, but we did had our meeting with our GlobeMed coach. Her name is Najma. We actually had that meeting a couple of weeks ago, and we were talking about new strategies, how to implement fundraising online. So we were talking about designing those plan tips so members can post it throughout their social media, also create a GoFundMe. And we were later on discussing the possibility of still being able to hold the growth trip, but via Zoom. So essentially still being able to have the classes, which is something that they really wanted us to do. They wanted us to give, they were supposed to be health classes. We were supposed to talk about health in general, and also, yeah, it was essentially that what they, and teach them basic English. That also, they wanted us to do that.
Okay.
So we're trying to see if we can do it through Zoom. We don't know yet if it's going to be possible, because they tend to have the village where it's located, they not always have the best internet, but they're still holding their classes are some type of online. It's been not as easy as it was to communicate with our partner, just because of the internet situation that they're having right now. But that's something that we're trying to implement, as well as online fundraising.
Thank you.
Does anyone have questions? I'm happy to go in and unmute everybody.
I saw one from Shari Spinetta for the positions member. How much time is needed to be dedicated?
Okay, so right now that everything is online, we're still figuring, everything is new for us. It's something that we were really prepared. Most of us are new to our positions. So we're trying to have our meetings as a chapter for them to be twice a month. And depending the position that you get, for example, say if you are the grow coordinator, probably not much, because right now, since we're not going to have the trip, that wouldn't be required of you, but you would still have to be in contact with our partner at least once a week, and you would obviously have to report to us any situations that they're going through, and whatever they need. So also that would also include kind of thinking creatively about their situation and working very close to our 2 fundraising chairs, and to try to see which new ideas we could have to fundraise online, and then how it would be the best way to send the money to them. And then if you were part of communications, you would essentially have to be, I would say that's a little bit more time consuming, just because you have to be like, you know, checking the email every day. And then obviously, since now we're gonna be doing everything online, you would have to design what is gonna be posted in the social media. So I would say that one is a little bit more time consuming, just because there are more things that you have to do.
There's another question in the chat about, I think, course requirements. It says that you have to be taking a certain amount of classes during a semester to be a part of the GlobeMed chapter.
Not at all.
I don't think it has anything. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
This would be an extracurricular activity for anybody interested. And if you have the time and you want to spend it doing something that's, you know, a worthy cost, then definitely join us.
Yeah.
And I see why you will ask that question, Jen, because some of our programming requires, like, they have the curricular and co-curricular components, such as the Global Learning Medallion and Peace Corps Prep. Yeah, but in this case, is 100% co-curricular, which is a great opportunity also for you guys that are busy and you don't want to take extra coursework.
I mean, I would say that if you guys join us, it would be great if you would also become a Global Medallion student, just because you have so many opportunities, so you could get it, but it's not required. It's a great opportunity to, you know, do both.
I didn't even have to say it myself. Thank you.
Any questions?
I have unmuted all the participants, so if someone has a question and they want to ask them themselves, please, this is the time. Or if you have any comments in general about what they presented, the work of GlobeMed, I think they tried their best to kind of outline the future directions, but obviously we're all in this time being flexible and open-minded and knowing that we're trying to figure out how to continue doing our work in a virtual space. But if you have any questions, this is a good time to ask them. Flor? Any?
Sorry, I was looking at the website. I was muted while copying some information on the website. I will say, I sent it to you instead of the whole team, but I will say, please go to the website, like they said, and explore it a little bit more. They have tons of opportunities, but you can also see all the work they do around the world. I think I see
one question. Does the FIU chapter work in conjunction and collaboration with other chapters?
Okay, so all the chapters work individually within their school, but as I was mentioning, we do have this big conference which is held online later on in September, where you're able to meet other people that might share the same position that you do, or that are part of GlobeMed but just in a different school. So you get to learn about how they fundraise, what exactly they do, any creative things that they might have that you might want to implement in the chapter here at FIU. It's just to share ideas, and you do get to meet people that are part of GlobeMed. And if you have any, you know, questions about maybe you want to carry some type of fundraising, but you don't know how to do it, you can always ask in this event, and there might be someone in a different school that might have something similar, so they can help you with ideas, which is something really, really cool. But they don't, it's not like we're working together towards the same organization. As I mentioned in the presentation, every school chapter is paired with a completely different organization. So we are the only ones paired with EDELAC in Guatemala, and the other people will be paired with different schools all over the world, and even smaller organizations here at the States as well.
Perfect, thank you. And I see that you're also, so he's scoping in the chat some of the important links for people to check out.
I included a Where We Work link, hyperlink to the page that shows all the chapters. There's about 40 universities that are involved in this network of scholars and students and professionals trying to, you know, from a grassroots level, work towards global health equity. And some universities include, you know, Brown University, Columbia, Duke, Northwestern, sorry. So if you're interested in meeting people who are like-minded, definitely join us, check it out, and read up.
Wait, one thing that so for those that are interested and want to apply for the positions, I know you gave them the contact information, they will reach out, but hopefully by when they need to contact you, before the end of September, until when do they have?
Honestly, it would be great as soon as possible so we can get working with you, but preferably before the end of September, yes.
Perfect.
The Global Health GlobeMed Leadership Institute is actually coming up soon. So if you're interested in e-board position, you'd have to apply soon, as soon as possible, ASAP, because registration is due September 13th.
Perfect, thank you.
But for regular membership, you can join us anytime.
Thank you for your time here. Thank you for sharing with us the good work you're doing. And Flor, do you have any final comments?
I don't know if anyone has any questions. I want to again thank you guys. I know that you're starting in this new position amid all these crises, and you know is related to health and just trying to be innovative and doing all of these. I commend you for that, and we are really proud of you, and we are proud that you're part of our office as well. So we're really happy. In any way that we can provide support, we're here. Please join them as members. Thank you, Ana and Suhaili, for taking the time to be here and for doing all this hard work.
And thank you everybody for joining. We'll see you, if we don't see you on Thursday at 3 p.m. for Cafecito Chat, which I hope I see you.
Yes.
Really fun. If not, then we'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you so much for continuing to support Tuesday Times Roundtables, for coming, even though we are not feeding you as usual. But we're trying to still give you opportunities to get your points, and more importantly, so that you could continue to learn what's happening and increasing your global awareness, your global perspective, and hopefully finding ways to continue making the world a better place. So thank you for being here, and we'll see you again soon.